Oh, is it roll initiative or something?
Yeah, for this, I am actually starting the fight. You will see small icons on top, and if you
Yep.
click on the die, it will roll your initiative. Okay, so you go first. People are not that excited because they are quite sure that he will die, but any blood sport gathers some fans.
I'm gonna be nice. I'm just gonna be standing here and throwing out insults at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him get the first hit.
Just trying to be nice, basically.
No, I'm gonna taunt him, but
Oh, okay.
it would be extraordinarily hard for him to kill me in one hit.
Yeah.
But I am gonna rage.
Okay.
So I'm gonna basically stand here and roar out insults.
Just like wrestling.
Well,
Pretty much.
and he doesn't know if he has a chance, but he will advance. We'll select you. And we'll pray, because to be honest, he doesn't have any more thing to do. Well, he hits you for 13 points of damage, and he will hit you
Is
again.
is that with my rage?
That's without your reduction. You above
Yeah.
He hits you 2 times. One of them a full blow that doesn't do anything because you have an adamantine armor. And he looks at you like, fuck! Those were my best blows. Those were my best attacks.
Oh boy, it's like a Pokemon that only knows one move right now.
Yeah.
My turn?
Yeah, your turn. Why are the turns not spinning? Oh, to attack with advantage, you have to press Alt.
Alright. Did not work. For some reason.
Press Alt, and pressing Alt, click the attack. Maintaining Alt.
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
doesn't work.
Let me keep it 1 second to check. In my case, it worked. I'm going to see if I can do it in the other way. Maintain Alt and attack. Try to give me one try. No, it didn't work. Why? I'm going to. Uh, Make an attempt now. It should prompt you with a message asking if you have advantage. I think.
Yeah, now.
It asks you if you have advantage. He will parry.
Yeah. So
And
now,
you
now
hit
it
him.
works.
Perfect. Well, you have a second attack, I believe.
Yeah.
You miss, and he will now attack twice. One, and he's hitting you, but doing practically nothing.
It's like,
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, of course you will parry, but oh man, you blow his. He's bleeding oil in the middle of the arena. People are starting to get excited. This will be a quick fight. And you have another attack.
God.
And you cut through him. He falls to the ground dead. He looks at you from the ground as he's dying and says, "Well, I knew that you didn't have a chance."
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna kneel next to him, like right before he expires, and you died with honor, at the very least.
He whispers, "I would have preferred to leave." But at least people will remember me, right? And that's the end of Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that he didn't have a chance. I mean, he was a menace to you a couple of levels ago, but now there is no chance. With him being dead,
Wow.
you will have some free time. Um, you finally got rid of that man. The rest of you are going to do
I
something.
guess I went. Jones. Say again?
Come again?
The rest of you, do you have any plans?
I don't know. Jones gonna look through his PO box, see if anyone left anything in there.
To no, you don't find anything particularly interesting there.
I guess it's a dry season for divorces and marriages.
Yeah, people are happy that they are alive after the massive terrorist attack and the attack of the weird necromantic dragon lady. So give me an investigation check, and maybe you can find something, some work in the middle of all of this.
Alright, well, let me just try skills.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. Ooh.
you check your skills and let me see your result. Okay,
Yeah, come on.
you actually can find some work, and remember that you could use your psionic dice to improve that roll if you wanted.
Oh, wait, how do I do that? Oh, 1
You
second.
click on the psionic knack.
Means iconic. Okay, there we go.
Psionic knack,
Use ability.
and click other formula.
Right format.
Okay, you have a +3. You don't reach the 25, but at least we eventually find out that there are some people trying to take advantage of all of these cows, and they are selling fake insurance scams. They are selling people insurance against undead attacks.
Oh boy, that sounds about right. About scamming people. All right.
So you get the data, you could try to do something about it, or you could just say, well, it's the money, it's not the fault.
I guess John's gonna go more deeper into it. No good scamming people. You know what I mean?
How are you going to approach this? You want to just investigate a little, ask people around, or you will try to do something else?
I guess he's gonna get people's testimonies on the insurance and stuff.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan.
I'm gonna do that.
Well, in that case, give me a persuasion roll to see if you can convince people to testify or to give you some information.
Oh shit! I got a bad persuasion. Give me 1 second. Oh boy, let me use my iconic neck. Oh, I got A on that one. Okay.
So, okay, you manage 15. Yeah, you start to talk to some people, and they tell you that there's a group that they usually are scammers, and they discover this new approach. They get to old people and they sell them this undead insurance that they specify that if they die because of an undead attack, they will the families will get an extra compensation, and that this agency will take care of destroying undead corpse so he can rest, so the person can rest in peace.
Man, that's scummy right there. Wait a minute, is that the plot of one episode of Better Call Saul?
Quite probably.
Or right? Or wait, are you doing this on purpose, or is
no,
this coincidence?
it's just a coincidence. I mean, I watch all Better Call Saul, so maybe, yeah, but
Yeah.
not on purpose.
Okay,
We actually
okay.
have a South Park did it moment.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Alright. That was. Sorry about that. It's like a big connection right there,
So,
So what's Jonah gonna do?
what's Shuna gonna do? Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I got hooked up on the Better Call Saul kind of thing. Can you say that again? Like, what can I do? Like,
Oh no, I don't know. You know that these people are selling these insurances, but they don't make sense. I mean, they don't make sense because they are technically legal. But on the other hand, they are targeting a vulnerable population. I mean, they are targeting all people that they are not entirely on the right minds, and using the fear of the attack that they have suffered lately. And to be honest, you don't know if they will honor the part of the deal. I
so
mean,
I got.
if a big undead attack happened on Sharn, they could just disappear during the problem. So right now it's like you're just paying for paying.
So is there like, are they located somewhere, or
Okay,
is
that's
there like a do they have an office somewhere?
Yeah, they have an office down in the lower part of Mentis.
Huh. So can I get a background check on these guys? If I go to some like office, like get like.
Give me an investigation check.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Okay, you
yeah, that's
start to investigate them, and you know that they are not an insurance company. They just created an insurance company, but they have the papers.
So it's like a shell company in a weird way.
No, it's like if some group of people decided to create an insurance company out of nowhere to sell an insurance that they believe that they will never have to pay.
Oh, I see.
It's legal, but that's why I say if you want, you can just leave them, let them be. But they're moving quite a lot of money because it's relatively easy to find scared people right now.
It's true, yeah. Oof, boy. Yeah, I better put that in the back burner for now.
Okay,
But hold on, let me just
you
write
have
that down in the
data,
journal.
They are doing this. There is nobody's going to die right now, so or maybe never. I mean, just some people's losing money.
Yeah, true. Legally, I can't do anything right about it. Kind of. It's kind of.
I mean, unless you prove that they are not willing to pay, but for that, someone will have to die of an undead attack.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that legally, so like no one actually dies.
Yeah, that's the complicated part.
Oh, jeez. Oh boy, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do here, man.
No, I mean, this is just an opportunity. If you take it, you take it. If you have to think more about it, you can do it later. I don't create solutions when I create problems. I just wait and see if if the players can come up with something.
Yeah. Oh boy. I'm gonna put that in the back burner for now. I'm just gonna keep that in mind when there's actually an undead attack.
Well, makes sense.
Yeah. Or actually, yeah, I think.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in my what I'm gonna do right there. I'm just gonna put that in the back burner.
Well, you have this data. You can come back with that later. It won't go away. Hariel, do you want to do something before venturing forward into the unknown?
You know what? I can take a break from transferring certain things over.
No, if you want to, you can.
So, um, you've already taken care of, including the gear, because at the very least I can see the armor class being juiced up to 21. So
Yeah.
don't have to roleplay getting my gear. One of the things I did want to do was uh talk to Violet, because after, like, right after that incident, uh right after the incident where we basically, well, I should say, we ensured that Sliver was able to chuck off Merrick's head.
Yeah.
uh Ariel hasn't really Ariel really hasn't embraced it or spent a lot, and that's not on me for not role playing as much. But she does consider Violet a friend. I'm not sure how far we've managed to get with that, but she does consider Violet a friend. And for the people that Ariel does consider like family or close, the fact that they get in danger like that does send her off on a bender,
Yeah.
because she doesn't want to lose anybody else. So
You're going to talk to her.
I I, I do want to roleplay talking with her.
Yeah.
Specifically, like this is like within days of our last session.
Okay. Well, yeah. She has. She spends one day writing the article and editing the images that she captured.
Right.
That
Ah.
he has a gnome that does that part. So mostly she comments on how to edit it.
Um, I will make it a point after the issue comes out. I know where her office is, right?
Yes.
Or was she freelance?
No, she has an office in the
Well,
Sharn, in the Sharn Chronicle.
okay. Uh, I'll I'll still have my sword with me, but I'll leave some of my other stuff with back at the church to try to be as informal as possible. And I'm going after the day after the issue comes out. I'm going to go visit her at the office,
Okay. Well,
and
she will receive you in the office. The office is relatively cramped. You can see that she has a lot of papers. She doesn't look organized at all. It's like everything is just piled on top of each other. She has a very small window on the side. So she invites you. Hey, come over, Harriel. How you doing?
just I'm just asking for flavor. When you mentioned how dirty her office is, does she have like one of those chalkboards or like pin boards with a whole bunch of like
Yes, definitely.
like they got the strings and everything, like trying to figure out what's connected to what?
Yeah, she has that and lots of cups of coffee. Like she keeps getting cups in the office and forgets to take them out again, and brings a new cup every now and then. They are all empty now, but you can see that they are pretty much everywhere.
Okay.
Pepe Silva.
So she just looks at you. Oh, um, I was I was going to ask you for an interview, but if you come here, but well, maybe we can go out, have something to eat. Uh,
I'm looking over the entire office, seeing how dirty it is, and the fact that if she does have any chairs in this very small office, they're probably covered with papers and
Yes.
other source materials.
Yes, they are.
Maybe we should go out.
Okay. Yeah, and I could use some sun. I mean,
I'm not surprised. How much paper do you have on this window?
no. The problem is that this window, it's just like it gives to this street. She opens the window, and you see that there is a building like 1 meter away. So practically no light comes in. It's like it doesn't makes much sense to keep it clean or open it or anything. It's like the inside of another building.
I'm shaking my head at. I'm just shaking my head at it all, and I'm going to be like, "We're leaving. We're heading out. We are going to. I'm going to make sure you actually eat something viable first, and then we can talk.
Well, there is
Not interview.
no interview.
talk.
Talk. Yeah, I will not no notes and no crystal recorder.
Uh, can I roll like insider investigation to make sure she doesn't actually like take some type of writing implementation with her?
Yes, it will be an inside check.
All right, let's try out this new thing here. And let me move the screen over here so I can actually see the rolls as they pop up. Here we go.
No, she's
What?
absolutely clean.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
I'm Let's hope that this bad luck ends before you enter combat with something dangerous.
You need to warm up the system, you know?
Yeah.
I mean the roll is bad enough as it is, but that's a nat one. Okay.
Yeah.
My mind's just occupied about what I want to talk with her about. That I'm more concerned about just getting out of the office and not really paying attention if she lingers a bit and picks up some stuff. So
Well, you go to a small balcony coffee shop. It's like hanging in the middle of on the side of one building. It has a relatively nice view, a good amount of air. For a couple of silver, you can have some coffee, eat some pastry.
I'm looking at the coffee shop, and I know that I have a feeling this is her go-to. But I said I was going to get her actual food. Are we actually? Is the coffee shop near a park by any chance?
Well, yeah, we can go to. There is that play. There is the Roaring Kobold. It's a small place, and they actually serve meat. So if you want, we can go there.
I actually want to look for an actual restaurant because I'm going to make sure that she has
No,
something
yeah.
that isn't just
the Roaring-
caffeine and copious amounts of sugar.
Yeah, the
Pastries.
Roaring Kobold actually serves proper food.
Okay, so when we get to the coffee shop, I'm going to give her a look and tell her no.
But the
Actual
coffee is
food.
way-
It's time for a proper lunch.
Okay.
Can you remember the last time you had a proper meal ever since you got your last big story?
No. I was quite busy. Well, let's go to the Roaring Kobold. Let's see something.
Thank you.
You know, you
Once
go-
we get there,
yeah.
because I I haven't transcribed the numbers over, but I should still have copious amounts of money here. This lunch is on me, because I
thank
will
you.
make it a point to ensure that she's got some proper food. So,
If you want high quality food for both of you, it will cost you 1 gold. No, actually 2 gold pieces.
fair enough.
But considering how much gold you have now, this is like cheap.
Totally. And okay, so sit down, eat.
This is
Be free to order, but it's gotta be, it's gotta have some stuff. I'll also order like the lunch of the day and stuff. And for the most part, I'm going to delve right into the food and just wait till we finally finish eating before I start talking with her.
Oh, she eats some mushroom and roast beef pie. And after eating that, she looks and says, "Hey, yes, I actually needed that. The bad part is that now I'm feeling quite sleepy. But well,
That's
I could take a nap."
as you should. You, I saw, I saw the issue that came out yesterday. You, I'm pretty sure you haven't slept since rushing and trying to get that story out for
That's true.
yesterday's edition. So
That's true, but well, my people need to know and feel safe that the terrorist is finally dead and that you people managed to defeat this weird uh, creature that attacked. Do you know anything about that? I mean, I saw her, but I don't know what she is. I didn't write anything about the dragon because, well, the dragon visited me and told me not to write about him, and I don't want to be eaten alive, so that's that.
considering considering what you did on the day in question, I'm half surprised to see you actually listened when when a very large dragon tells you to, respect their privacy.
Uh,
And I
well, I
and I
to be honest, she tells you, I didn't write about the dragon because I didn't believe that people will believe me if I write about a dragon in the middle of Sharn.
it is a fanciful thing. I mean, and literal dragon and popping out of nowhere. But Sharn, but it's Sharn. There, if you go, you and I both know if you go deep enough, there's enough mystery and uncertainty to pique anybody's interest. And that's the
Yeah.
dangerous thing about it. I'm I'm actually glad that at the very least you have the presence of mind to not delve too deep into those shadowy areas.
Nah.
And yet, and yet, you don't use the same reason. Takes a deep breath. I know you're dedicated to your craft, Violet,
Yes.
and I can appreciate somebody who has the drive and determination to succeed in such an endeavor. And I know you've been busy with your own, with chasing down news every day, and I've had my uh, sacred flame duties to take care of. So we don't often see as much, but it what words. I take a drink of water. One of the things I like about you is the fact that you don't lose yourself when you do this, because ultimately you're trying to help this city out through letting people know. And there's few good things in Sharn like that. What gets me is the degree sometimes you go to these things. I specifically remember yelling out to the city guard, even though they all ran away. But I still remember specifically yelling to the city guard to get the civilians out of the area. And the moment I turn my head back, I have a bard who thinks himself the next big hero rushing headlong, and you over in the bushes trying to take in as much as you can. Did you really have to be so close?
Look, there is this device that they have been developing. It's like a crystal that you can focus light on it and it records an image. And I was trying to capture the image of the fight. And I didn't believe that I was going to get hit at that distance. I believe that the distance was safe. Or safe-ish. I mean, Duke, this is my job. You are a soldier.
Yes, I'm a soldier, Violet. Which means, at the barest minimum, I have been trained to do my damnedest to survive when situations take a turn for the worst. To take stock of what's going around me and act in a fashion that will hopefully lead to an outcome that isn't outright death. When I'm out there in combat, and I say combat because this doesn't just apply to the battlefield. This applies to a multitude of things. It's one thing if I'm out there alone. It's another thing when I'm out there with others trying to affect the situation, trying to contain the situation.
Yes.
I'm trained for that, Violet. Are you?
I have some experience. I have recorded fights between minotaurs and halflings in the slums. I try to record some of the parts during the attack. Actually, I was too young to do this job in the war, but
You say that? I quickly respond, as you should. You should have not been anywhere near that war. And Harriel's expression as she's saying that is very flat, very stern. Sorry, my
Okay.
computer was upon me.
she looks at you and says, "Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to put you in that in that position. Uh, Sometimes I forget that I am not just a witness, but I am at the same time a person in the place where things are happening. But
I I and Harriel's trying to figure out the best way to say this, so she's her expression is loosened up, and she's pondering as she's trying to come up with words here. Um, I I as and she's gonna awkwardly look away. As one friend to another, I am. It may sound like I'm trying to stop you, but I'm not.
yeah,
I
if you are trying to stop me, I will be angry right now. But I recognize you are trying to tell me to be safe and
yeah,
be more
I
careful.
just
I
want
get
you
it.
to be careful. I
Um,
I've lost enough.
mm,
I
yeah,
don't
I know.
want to lose any more friends.
Uh, you, you won't lose me.
We
I am good at surviving. I survived that, whatever that was. Um, oh, talking about
you
uh, surviving. Um, I know that you are going to like a private investigation trip. Uh,
I put a hand to my face as I'm like I'm massaging I'm massaging the bridge of my nose.
Nice.
I just look at my head's up in the air. I'm just massaging the bridge of my nose for a second, and after a beat, I open up one eye and just look at her
She smiles.
with like a wondering glance, like not 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 that it's in your job. Like how did you come across that?
I keep a close eye on you. Uh, More than one way. And well, I started to talk to some people in house when Maril started to take the enterprises of her father. I talked to several employees and I bribed some of them, and I managed to get the information that you are preparing to leave. She was preparing to leave, and I think it's safe to assume that you will accompany her. Yuan, that big fella of the the NEET. So maybe you will want to hire some, I don't know, someone that uh, polish your armor or something like that.
Are you? No, 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 no.
Please, I will be
I-
close, so you will be able to keep an eye on me and see that I am not doing anything stupid.
That's not the first things first. I'm going to go and ask I'm going to ask Sliver to go and just double check people, double check the staff because some of them have some loose lips, and that needs to be rectified. Second of all, sec- before I say, I'm gonna look around and I I don't know if this would be in also insight or perception, but I'm about to volunteer sensitive information here, and I want to make sure that we aren't being
Perception.
listened upon. I don't think anybody's been following us,
But yeah,
but
that makes sense.
if Violet was able to bribe some of the lower ranking runs in I'm not saying house members, but like people that work for Marrow and House Beneath, then I'm not into, and that's where her information was coming from. I don't know if that's a sign of certain things have already been sussed out from the house end of things. So I don't know if this would be an insight check or a perception check, but I do want to check to see if anybody seems to be listening in on us.
No, I consider. Yeah, there are a lot of people, so this is more primarily insight. You are trying to see if the people around you are listening to you, not as much as if there is people.
Alright, then I will roll. Okay.
They're in the walls.
Okay, that's
Okay.
considering what we've seen so far, that actually isn't that bad.
You have some doubts. It's like maybe there's some, but you feel relatively safe. She looks at you as you are checking the people, and she produces a small. Do you see those old music machines that they are like a cylinder that you spin and they make music?
Like an automatic one or a manual one?
The automatic one.
Yeah, there's one. There's one near us.
No, you see that Violet produces one of those, and it starts to play music. And she says, "This song has the particular property of making very hard to distinguish words from afar. So you can talk to me. We are safe."
I look at the device. I take another cursory glance around, and okay. All right. First off, no. Solid no. You are not coming on this. You're not joining us on this trip.
Oh,
And it's not. It's the reason why I'm saying a very stern no to this is because, not because of your job and your career, and not because having another friend come along would make things, more bearable. But what I will tell you is where we are, the location we are going is dangerous enough that it's going to involve more than one group of individuals that has a very good look on they're observing the situation very, very carefully.
okay.
The area that we are going is so dangerous and arguably filled with enough unknowns that even with some of the equipment I've requisitioned in preparation for this trip, I'm not confident that I'll be coming back alive, depending on how things go. This is not a simple excursion. And if I'm not sure that I'm going to come back alive, why would I even think to bring you along? When I just be literally throwing what I asked you to do, to be safe, to not take on horrendously, not overestimate situations. When I just go and just toss all that reasoning out the window?
Well, yeah, I don't know how to answer to that.
Exactly. If it was any... I'm going to stop myself when I say that, because no, there are certain locations I still wouldn't take you. This is one of those locations.
Okay.
If this was some other, excursion, like heading over, like making a long trip over to Tharn, or hell, I'll even concede to exploring heading out to one of the other continents.
She looks at you when you say that and says, okay, so quite probably not the demon waste. Well, no, I won't ask anymore. Yeah, I am sorry that
I swear under my breath.
I won't ask anymore. Just I was just, well, I will ask once more, only once. If you take me, I will be with. I think you will be escorting some civilians. I mean, at least you will be escorting Lady Maril and maybe some. I think that you won't be traveling alone. At least by what I hear. So, how can I say this? One more? Well, I get it. This is just something that it puts you in a bad position, and I am sorry about this.
During that last attempt to convince, Harry was just fixing her with a glare of, really, you're asking me this again? No.
Well, I had to. I'm sorry, but I had to.
And that is one of the things that I like and respect about you. You still try.
Well, I wouldn't be that much of a reporter if I didn't try. So when are you going? We could have some time. If maybe I am not going to see you ever again, we could spend some time together. I could ask for a day or two in the news, in the journal, the chronicle.
You're considering how much you've eaten and how drowsy you said you felt. I'm going to ask for you to take 2 days off. We're not we're not in any rush.
Okay.
This trip, and I stress the word trip, this trip won't be happening for a while.
Okay.
At the,
Well, in that case, we can spend some time.
of course,
So I won't miss you that much. Jeez.
of course, we're going to spend some time. And as I'm saying that, I pull up my fork and use the point at her. Of course, we're going to spend some time because the first thing I'm going to do after you sleep is come over to that office and clean it. That can't be healthy for you in any way, shape, or form. I've seen one too many barracks that just are left in disrepair, and can't. Don't tell me you've got some type of weird series of organization in that madness you call an office. Please don't.
Yes, actually,
Please.
yes, but we can work together and put some order into it.
I'm going to. Okay. I'm going to dedicate one day to come over to this. I'm going to ask you to sit me down, walk through your system, and then I'm going to show you some some organizational techniques that we use in the military, because I should not have to look for a chair in your office, Violet.
Yeah,
It's
that thing. I lost it. Some days. Well,
not
I
lost.
accept.
It's buried under God knows how many old newspapers you have.
Well, we will put order to that. Thank you, Haril. It's nice to have someone that's willing to look after me. I'm sorry that I am hard to take care of.
You're 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 not hard to take care of. You just is this no. You're not hard. You're not hard to take care of. You just it's just a consequence of being absorbed in your work. Like I know one person that is. I know two individuals that get very absorbed in their work. You, you just, and you know what? Hopefully, when we do this cleaning, the organization will, help you with your own, will help you with your efforts to keep track of certain things. I mean, i- if you have a better idea where everything is, then when push comes to shove and you need to rush out to track down a lead or something, you're not wasting time trying to find said lead buried under other leads.
Makes sense. I am not going to argue about that.
You need to buy her a filing cabinet.
Was there a filing cabinet in her office?
Yeah,
I'm
it was-
over exaggerating how dirty this office is, but I'm sorry. I keep thinking to Jonah, and I wonder, Jonah, have you brought us to your office by any chance?
I mean, no, I don't think because actually no, because situational wise, it didn't make sense. I mean, you can ask where he lives. That's where his office is, basically.
As we're discussing this, I'm thinking to Jonah and how Jonah handles his work as a detective, as a private eye. And the thought that's crossing my mind is Jonah's office as dirty and unorganized as Violet's? It's
Now you have two things to worry about.
That's good. You gotta find his driver's license to see where he lives. basically.
Lord Almighty. As those thoughts are coming through my mind, I I will pay the tab. Well, pay the bill, and mm, hmm. This is arguably. I'm saying this out of character, by the way. This is arguably going to be a bit morbid, but the this is Harriel trying to, reach out more with other people. She's bonded with Jonah, Sliver, and Emily because when you're life-threatening situations, and you survive, it builds camaraderie. But putting yourself back out emotionally is not. It's a work in progress. So this move may come off as a bit morbid, but honestly, this is the only thing I possibly think of right now until Harry sits down with like a proper therapist. As we're leaving the restaurant, I'm going to make it a point to spend the rest of the day with Violet, only because girl needs a break. Girl needs a break desperately. So just making a point to spend the rest of the day just wandering about the city and just just enjoying each other's company. As we're wandering around,
Yeah.
I do want to make a stop at one of the at one of the locations for the Church of Silver Flame, where I can actually, no, not the Church of Silver Flame. I want to stop by like a blacksmith, any type of blacksmith or metal worker.
Yeah, there are many. There are many.
Okay.
You have at
And-
least one in the party.
I don't know if he wants to be
Ah.
involved with this. because
I am not.
considering
What I'm about
the
to
fact
say
that
next,
he-
I'm not having Sliver hear any of this.
considering
No, I'm
he-
just saying,
Oh.
like, there are, like, you don't have to maybe pay all that much. You can always ask the guys in House Beneath because they have people on the premises that can do shit like this, like metalwork. All I'm saying.
We trying to craft Imperial?
Okay. All right. Changing destination. Just if it, is there a difference if I go straight to House House
the need-
House Kneath or a place that's owned and operated by House Kneath? Is there any difference?
The smiths inside House Tenit are the best that you can get pretty much.
Okay.
Outside of it, there are other smiths that you can hire. Slightly less quality, but price wise it will be the same.
Okay. As we're out and about, I will ask Violet to just join me as I make a small detour back over to over to the house, and I'll I'll ask her to just wait inside and not snoop around, and I'll flag down one of the blacksmiths or metal workers. And I'm going to ask them to. I'm going to pull out my dog tags. And I'm going to ask them to make make a similar similar dog tag with that that's just got that just has my name on it. Not official dog tag with like all my details and everything. Just my just my name on it and such.
Okay.
Because technically I'm not part of the military anymore, so I can't make an official requisition on that anymore. Because
Yeah,
honorable
makes sense.
discharge and all that. I'm going to ask them to make a similar dog tag necklace with my name on it. And how long would that take? I'm not expecting it today.
No, actually, yeah, something similar to a dog tag. Because you don't need to force it. You usually have the tag, and you just have to hammer it down the name. So it will be like um, hours.
Okay. I'm gonna ask them to make me a dog tag necklace with a w- actually make that two dog tag necklaces, one with my name on it and one with Violet's name on it.
How about get dog tag friendship bracelets? Or
Yeah, basically.
yeah.
It, this extremely awkward, and the fact that this is going to join another collection of dog tags is not lost on me. But
No, but yeah, it's not wholesome. Not wholesome at all. But on the other part, maybe slightly sweet, but not wholesome.
I can't. I'm thinking about this, and I can't honestly see Harry like going to like a proper accessory store getting like an actual like piece of jewelry or something. It doesn't feel right. I I don't think Harry is at that point where she's not she still hasn't she's not comfortable dressing up. Like she's come to terms with the fact that she's got the burns and stuff on her, but it's not like she puts on makeup to hide things, and she doesn't dress up. So there's still that awkwardness with trying to come out of her little self-imposed bubble. So, and she understands that where we're going, and the amount of preparations into where we're going means we're not coming back for a while. So this is as bad taste as it is. This is something that she is requesting to be made, and she is over the course of the time that we have while we're preparing for stuff. Once the dog tag necklace is finished, she is going to take the time to sit down with Violet and give her the entire story of her squad and her squad members and how of what went down in the morning that day, and why, and the reason why she carries the dog tags around her.
Oh, that's quite a lot. So yeah, you will pass some time,
Which
a lot of tears.
that's what I'm saying. This is over. This is between the time period of Merrick's death and
Yeah.
when we leave.
Been
So
what, like
this is a gradual thing.
been like what, like a few months or like
I thought it was a few months.
yeah. So I figured
Yeah. Between making sure that Violet's office is isn't covered in papers. Uh, I am making a point that Harriel does spend time with her new friend,
Okay.
and because of the fact that she's going to the Moorlands, and she was serious about things. Like I didn't spend nearly like nearly 6,500 gold to not be prepared for the Moorlands, because for Harriel this is heading back to a place with a lot of personal demons. So
yeah, definitely.
so over these few months, Harriel is going to make it a point to hang out more with Violet and deepen that friendship. And as a point of opening up, like one of the first steps he's doing to opening up, just like how she did to you guys, to all of you when she had that nervous breakdown earlier, she is going to tell Violet about the squad that she commanded, what happened to them, and the reason why she's carrying around the dog tags.
Hmm.
Shoot.
Right. Writing a biography, basically, in a weird way.
And after she explains all that, she's going to make a point to bring out the dog tag she requested, but she's going to point out that the difference between these set of dog tags is the fact that when she has Violet's dog tag, it's going to be of happier memories, because it'll remind her that she does have somebody to look forward to meeting back, and give her additional reason to come back to Sharn alive, versus the dog tag she has of her squad mates, which are still near and dear to her, but also have that associated painful memory of what she's lost.
Well, so you should have that. Well, she wishes you to eventually come back, because she tells you the world is better because you are in it, and I don't say that lightly.
When Violet says that, uh, this is different from when like Emily was having her breakdowns, because Harriel's first instinct was, okay, let me, I'm hugging Emily to not only calm her down, but to make her understand that everything's safe, everything's fine, and we care. When Violet says that, Harriel won't say anything, but she'll come in for a hug too. But the hug in itself is going to be kind of awkward, because It's been a while since she would have heard something like that. And she would definitely appreciate that's coming from her friend Violet.
Hmm. She's-
And that's more or less that in a nutshell.
Okay,
Now,
I like it. Sorry if the rest of the party you didn't get
now
to
that
appreciate that, but
that is just cool. It's cool. It's cool. Like,
no. I not having any trouble. I am saying to Sean and Sliver. So sorry if you get bored with that, but I consider that it was a good moment to have more development on Hariel. That
Oh yeah, definitely. It's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
problem. Yeah, no problem. I'm just chilling right now. I'm just listening to it. Listening to this thing here.
and now I can go and read all the posts that Sliver made in the text bubble.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy, I need to stand up for a second. Ugh. We need to give her a GoPro so she can see shit on the Moorlands. Moorland lands.
I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but I have this sneaking suspicion that. Well, no, I failed on that insight check, so out of character, she probably has written down some stuff. I would not be surprised if if Violet manages to get in touch with Emily and have Emily create something like that on the down low. I won't know
Nice.
about it till we're full into the Moorlands. Be like, this
Yeah,
is just going to enable her more, Emily. Thank
Give her a Google. Yeah.
Also, Sliver. We would that would burn down the office building.
Exactly, my point.
He's talking about the dangers of too much smoke.
Oh boy.
Well, I just thought it appropriate since Jonah and Emily blew up half of Sharn, you and Violet burned down the other half.
What do you mean? What do you mean we blew up half of Sharn? I didn't blow up shit. I didn't do anything.
No, but in the other topic,
Yeah,
you
the
and
other fanfic.
Emily was gonna go
Oh man,
teach
now
it.
I cannot avoid thinking
Oh,
that
yeah.
Sliver is doing the fanfics, not Bartinak. I picture Sliver writing down fanfics. shipping them
Wait. Important question. Is it Sliver or is it Fireball doing the fanfics?
Oh,
Liver.
it's more funny if it's Sliver, because it's like this huge metal man that usually doesn't show any emotion, and it's like writing romantic fanfics about her friend.
Yeah,
his friends.
he's lying in the bed, like holding a paper upside down with a like quill and ink, and like it looks tiny. And Fireball is like he's reciting it aloud as he's writing, and Fireball is lying over by his spot, holding his ears because it's just like horrifying.
Just he has a whole Google Doc in his brain filled with it.
He's just waiting for all you need is I'm just suddenly thinking of the equivalent of LiveJournal, where you can just go and post 50 shades of Sharn and just become rich as a ghostwriter.
No. 50 Shades of Sharn. That's Jonah's thing.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's Sliver that it's saying who has which fetish. So maybe he has one fanfic about Shona and Hariel, in which they have BDSM relationships. Then he has another fanfic about Shona and Emily that is more like innocent and happy, and now he has the Hariel Violet fanfic.
Fucking good.
It
It's
never
a
ends.
it's yeah, it's constantly happening. Oh my fucking god, that's pretty good. The Flame and the Truth.
That's a good title.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Adjacent to this, whatever happened to that bard?
Oh, the bard. She's part of the Adventurers Guild. Um, she's alive and she's unwell.
She's part. Wait, she's part of the Adventurers Guild.
Yes, she was a newbie, like first. Well, she was actually third level, but third level adventure with more bravery than common sense.
I suddenly have a bad feeling. I don't know what, but I suddenly have a bad feeling.
What? Like what? What? We're gonna find her in the Mornlands or something like that?
I know
Or-
I know what you're thinking.
I think that's it. Nah, what? They would. She's a rookie. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop right now because I'm giving ideas. I'm gonna stop.
Well, yeah.
Liver already invited her to come along.
That's true.
You can't see it, but I got my head. I got my head in my hands. I'm face palming heavily. I was first face palming at your second title, and now I'm face palming at that.
Oh man.
We are
we are
cutting loose. We are cutting loose right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're just, yeah, fucking wild, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's all the RP. That's all the RP and housekeeping I was mainly looking for. Just resolving that little bit
Yeah,
between
I am
so
very
forth.
glad that we could do that.
And I'm go. Well, so we can we can log in anytime and access these character sheets.
Unless my father is using Forge at the same time, yes. Sometimes
Okay.
he will be using Forge, and in that case, you won't be able to log in. But he only does that like 4 or 6 hours a week, so you shouldn't be having too much trouble. If you can connect one day, you will quite probably will be able to connect later that day.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I still haven't. I've noticed that the stuff that didn't transcribe over was all my Oath of the Crown stuff and all the it was over in attributes, all the resources that were associated with it. So it was a matter of just transcribing those abilities and stuff over. So I'm technically halfway done. But everything else is in there. I at the very least I saw the weapons and stuff. So that's
You have your
that's
weapons,
definitely good.
You have your.
I got the. It's called you have it titled the Vicious Longsword, but it's the RGB blade.
You
I got
you put a
Yeah.
I've and there's the whip, and you've listed 3 javelins. But I have a total of 10. So as long as there was
Yeah.
one, there's fine. And you also transcribed over the shield and the mithril plate armor.
Yeah.
I did notice though that the stones weren't there, but considering how
Oh,
the
it's below. There
uh
is a long.
and it seemed like when Jonah was trying to look at the stats and you were trying to transcribe those stats over, you're running into some issues. So I figured there was some type of shenanigans on
No,
that
no,
end.
the stones are there. It's just that they don't look uh, below the character sheet. When you are open inventory, you have like a health bar, blue health bar. It says 83 from 210,
Um,
and
wait,
those are how many libras are you carrying.
wait, where's that?
When you open the character sheet, go to inventory
Right.
and check on the bottom. There is a long line. Blue line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see
it's
that.
not intuitive at all, but well, it's there.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, then.
You have a lot
Then
of
yeah.
space. No, I
Yeah.
am that not putting all the equipment because I didn't have the time. I was typing things like math, um, to have at least the basic functionalities on.
You get the basic foundation down, and then you can start tweaking the
Yeah.
bells and whistles to sound exactly how you want them.
Yeah. The only thing that I feel particularly proud is that when you do the Champions challenge, or when you do the compelled duel, it will mark all the creatures that are compelled or challenged. So I know which ones can get away from you.
Oh, I definitely want to look at how you did those macros, because
Yeah,
there's the
these things are not
there.
intuitive at all.
True. Because
But
the stuff I was trying to transcribe over, and I was trying to figure out how to get the effect properly, was the Aura of Protection and the Divine
the
Allegiance,
order of
which
protection. I am actually doing. I'm doing some cheating. The order of protection. I give each player an order of protection as an effect.
oh,
So they
okay.
will have to activate it when they are close to you, because I didn't found any way for you to inflict the aura on them. If you can find that, that's better. But for now, what I will be using is that each player has an effect called Aura of Protection Hariel, and they can click on that when they are close to you.
Hey, Diff, I think that's a good thing to do for the time being, because I I was going through that macro for like proccing events, and every event was basically it. It has an expired function built into it. There was nothing that was just like this is a permanent effect.
Yeah, you can give it a so long inspiration that it doesn't matter, but yes, not the same. And it has the other problem with the Aura of Protection is that it deactivates each time that they go away. So I think that it will be better to use it as a button to toggle that each player can toggle.
I definitely concur on that. All right.
Hmm.
So Sliver gave a honorable coup de grace to Hammer, that turncoat. Jonah tracked down some fraud, and I had a wholesome time with a lady friend.
Yeah. A little brunch, basically. Yeah. So we
sure?
do.
You sure that's the title you want to go with?
Let's see. It's basically.
Man.
Well, it's appropriate to Fireball's character.
Yeah, that's how cats tend to feel. It's like we are so superior, but they never hear us. They fail to understand our intelligence.
Yeah, trap them in the.
Like, considering it's his autobiography, yeah, it should work.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
man.
He's been developing that in his meantime.
I can't wait to see all these stories get published.
Yeah.
Oh, I've already actually started planning out the story structure of The Flame and the Truth. That just got stuck with me, and I'm starting it.
It's gonna shoot up to Sharn's #1 bestseller list.
If you write it, I will pay your character in gold for the manuscript.
Man. Jeez.
Oh man.
I will roleplay this as, oh, Sliver, you roll a story? That's cool. 3 weeks later,
What?
Sliver, what did you write?
I'm trying desperately not to show you any of the billboards endorsing it, and it's like,
Endorsements? Okay, who besides the house is endorsing it?
I mean, probably the
well,
house.
Violet probably liked it.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, quite proud. I mean, I think that she will publish it.
She would be a backer.
Yeah.
I'll look at the list of what's the word? I haven't slept yet.
It's not backers, right? It's
Not backer. See, the words escaping you too.
Yeah, I know. I think I know what you're talking about, but jeez, what's the term for it?
I'll see the house, and I'll see the actual publication, and I'll be like, wait a second, why would they buy it? And at that specific moment in time, she'll rush out of the office on some type of lead somewhere, knowing full well I'll be looking for her. Like, I love the headcanon we're all contributing to right now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that it will improve. It has improved the game a lot.
This is the exact same energy our LARPers have come Sunday evening when everything's finished off. Where like, okay, you don't have to LARP, but you can keep LARPing. You don't have to come here, and they start writing like what we've coined Monday epilogues, and they go and post them. When we sit down and read them, and some of them make us cry. The other ones fill us with shock, but the majority of them are like, this only happened because we took impossible character A, impossible character B, and somebody nat 20 their way to making them actually become friends with each other. This is filled with that type of energy right now. I love it.
Yeah, creativity is always good,
Yeah.
especially in like RP.
Yeah, it's the big difference between those.
Excuse me one moment. Somebody just rang our doorbell.
Go.
You good?
You have those tables in which you just play a little, and it's like, okay, this is fine, but having people, the madness that you that you can go, it's the difference between those tables that you forget and those tables that you remember.
Yeah, true.
Oh man.
And
How-
man, yeah,
Oh, I just started laying out the story structure for the Fast and Furious as well.
Furious.
my fucking god. Are you actually
Yeah.
doing it, man?
Yes, I can't help myself. It's like the flame of the truth is gonna be like the way I like started imagining it is like a romance where Harriel is torn between her, like they basically discover a secret, and Harriel is torn between her loyalty towards the flame and like her loyalty towards her friend, and the friend's loyalty towards the truth and to Harriel. Emily and
That
Jonah are
actually
basically
sounds
going
like
to
a good
stumble
cover.
into a reverse heist. They are going to be the
Yeah.
one accused of being the thieves. So they are going to have to be like 2 steps ahead of the law while also finding the guys to clear their own names.
So like the fugitive in a way.
No, not much the fugitive. This is going to be a lot more like Emily fixing stuff on the fly, and suddenly they have a jetpack and flying off, and it's like, yeah, it's a little bit more high octave than that. Octane than that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
What's this about high octane? Are we doing
Yeah,
the Fast and Furious D&D edition?
No, I actually started like laying out story structures for the 2 books.
Ah, right. You didn't
So
mention
I
that.
just explained them, and yeah, I might actually start writing them for real.
Like fucking god. I don't know how much would it go for. Like, you know, that's like I don't remember how.
I mean, it's wholly dependent on how popular they get. If these books manage to maintain like a proper ranking on the bestsellers list for a minimum of a month, then Sliver will be able to start marking up those prices.
Oh boy.
That would be frankly silly, you know. Like
Silly.
basically a romance novel born out of Dungeons and Dragons. I would have to
I
make
mean-
fun of myself. Like
Listen,
I make fun of Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey all the time because of how horrible they are. And like 50 Shades, that's a Twilight fanfic.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started
Please.
as a Twilight fanfic, and then the author changes some characters a little, so she can sell it without
Look,
being
the-
sued.
The real sad thing about it is that you go on LiveJournal and you've got stories like that up the wazoo.
Yes.
It's nothing new, nothing special. It just applies to the basest emotional impulses of somebody that literally hasn't gotten any in years and sells like hotcakes because they just tweaked it enough that that publisher was willing to bet the farm on it that wouldn't make millions off of wherever like middle-aged wives get their stuff when they head over to the drugstore, and that
Yeah.
publisher won that goddamn bet.
Had
Or
it been-
dollar store.
Yeah, had it been like it kind of hit the jackpot with 2 things. Nobody that read 50 Shades knew anything about the BDSM community, and
Yo, yeah,
had it
definitely.
been any form of like either an original concept or a fanfic of something not as popular, it wouldn't even gotten blown up so much. Like
No.
there are people that has gotten seriously injured by basically following what is described in 50 Shades of
Well,
Grey.
it's like
Oh Lord, just
it's it's it breaks pretty much all of the basics of BDSM care. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you have emotional manipulation, you have you don't
Like
are not using a safe word, or you're not doing anything. You're motherfuckers.
yeah, like she uses her safe word and he just ignores it.
Yeah,
that's
that's
hard,
worse.
no
That's
matter
worse.
which way
I
you
mean,
look at it.
not having
That's a sadist.
not having a safe word. Well, some people may forget about that. May forget about that. It can happen, but not respecting it. It's not a sadist. It's rape. It's just that.
Yeah.
Oh, Yeah.
I actually want to get your guys' opinion on that. It, who- with the way that they've portrayed things in such an unsafe fashion, could you still call 50 Shades of the 50 Shades series a romanticized notion of BDSM play?
No,
'Cause it's-
not at all. It is not
it's
romanticized
a
from the start.
It's a romanticized version of abuse.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the definition. It's like if you want a
Yeah, toxic.
romanticized version of BDSM, you can watch The Secretary. But
Yeah.
this is it romanticizes abuse and get people taking advantage of economic power. It's just that.
Yeah, if you want to see like proper BDSM in a Hollywood setting, watch the I don't know how many, but like the Billions TV series.
Billions?
Because there's a like a I don't know if he's I don't remember if he's the DA or whatever he is. Him and his wife, like they are two of the main characters. They do it and they do it well. Like it's written well.
The moment when you find something where you sit down and ask yourself, why did somebody sign off on this? This person just literally read two sentences and crafted a horrible thing out of it. The lack of actual research.
Yeah.
And being somebody with a like reputation for knowledge, when these books came out and became movies, holy hell, the amount of people I had to tell, like, no, this is not the correct way, don't do this, stop.
Stop, please. Stop.
Yeah, just don't. Why not? There are tons of workshop that teaches you how to be the sub, how to be the dom. There are stuff like that online. Just look at those instead. Just because it's like it isn't, oh, I want this done to me or I want to do this thing to you. It's I'm letting you. The sub has all the power, and in
The lack
50
of
Shades she has none.
the lack of portrayed and actualized trust depicted in 50
Yeah.
Shades.
It's the same. Like there's a fetish that is very common amongst women mostly. That is the non-consensual sex stuff. Like they want to be taken on a whirlwind, but it is not supposed to be any forced. It's not supposed to be like pain. They just want to be taken on a trip, essentially.
An experience.
Yeah, exactly. But then you get to the point where it is like if you give that opportunity to a sadist, you're not gonna have a good time because they are gonna do whatever the hell they want.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just fucking crazy people out there. You just,
Yeah.
Yep.
For me,
We-
going to a lighter tone.
Oh yeah, fucking
No, but
After-
keeping with the with the 50 Shades, but going to lighter tone. I think that 50 Shades is proof that there is a terrible lack of pornography for women.
Actually, there isn't. The problem here isn't like men want to watch something. Women want in general
Yeah.
women want
To
to get
think.
a fantasy.
Yeah,
And if you look at pornography, that is geared towards men. But if you look at literature, that's geared towards women
that's
because
true. That's true.
that's how they want it. And if you claim that there's no fantasy creation for women, like there are shelves in every
That's true.
supermarket just for that.
That's true. That's true.
So like
or dollar store.
yes, there. If we look at just the medium of pornography, yes, there's a lack of it for women, but that's because women don't want it in general.
Makes sense. Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm not just talking out of my ass.
No,
There's
no,
actually like research on this.
Yeah, I actually heard.
Crap.
What?
As much as I want to continue, arguably this is a very scandalous discussion because you have enough discussions with enough frustrated people, and you learn some things about human nature. But I'm just getting a message here that they're moving up. Our head GM's moving up our Thursday meeting, so I actually need to go nap now.
don't worry.
Otherwise, I'm going to fall asleep halfway through.
Don't worry, go. I was actually going to tell you that we could be closing up for today.
Yeah.
because, I have fun. I will have fun when I get together with you guys. So, good luck.
Hey, we had some RP, and we dipped our feet in Foundry. So
Yeah,
all four next week. Oh, right. As of right now, Lucas,
Yeah.
I don't see myself having any issue still meeting next week. Next week Thursday would technically be our that's 24 hours right before go time,
Yeah.
but we would just be having like our usual meeting around the evening time, and then calling it an early night, or depending on how far back we are and things just going and stuff. So as of right now, I should still be able to attend next week. If anything pops up, I'll give you a heads up if I suddenly
okay.
can't make it for
Don't
next
worry.
week if it's related to the event.
Don't worry. This is. We can find some excuse for your character not to be there. Don't worry about that.
Alright,
Well,
I'm gonna go horizontal, and I'll see you all on during the week and next week.
see you next
Alright.
week.
Sleep tight.
Bye bye.
I see you guys.